Oh, I see a lot of you in here. I'm getting my iPad ready.
I see a lot of you in here.
Uh-oh, there's an echo. Okay. I'm just getting my iPad ready so I can see what you guys see. Is the sound all right? I think I got rid of the echo. Two chucks. Hello. Hopefully there's no more echo. Okay, good. Sound is good. All right. Good. And I've already started my CGX Explorer Scientific rig, and I'm about to start up, get this one on its target. How's everyone doing? Hello. Thank you for joining. I'm capturing the same targets as last night. If you were on the stream last night, I had some software issues going on, but they were fixed. And right after I went to sleep, everything ran great the rest of the night, so I captured some good data. Now this doesn't look so great, but let me, this is oxygen on the Cygnus wall, but let me see how it was looking last night. Okay, so here's how it was looking last night with a better frame. And so right now, you can see it's my ADU is really high, so I don't know how. I probably won't be keeping this data. I'm probably still too low to the roof. I'm probably picking up some extra light pollution. I don't know, but you can see how oxygen looked last night. It looked great. Jeez. And the ADU was down to 664. Hi everybody. So hopefully the data gets better. I didn't think there's any clouds causing this. I'm kind of surprised. Or maybe there is some haze out there right now. I'm right here on the map, and you can see it looks like it's supposed to be clear right now before I get hit with this nonsense. I'll see on the next stream if it gets any better, because I definitely don't want to keep that data. Hi everybody, thanks for joining. It's Saturday morning in India. Right, when I say the day, I tend to forget people around the world are joining. It's clear in Ohio. I'm sure it is. Look, well, here's Ohio right here. Some parts of Ohio might have some clouds. Well, I better get my RASA going. I've already checked the focus on it. And, oh, let me show you one thing. If you were wondering how the Cocoon Nebula, I was capturing the Cocoon on the RASA yesterday with 15-second exposures. And let me show you how it turned out, if I can find it here. I know I put it in here somewhere. Do you see the Cocoon anywhere? Where are I thought I put it in here. Maybe I put it in my best of 2020. Ugh, I lost it. I wanted to show you the Cocoon. Well, that figures. I know I got it here somewhere. I think I have it on an external drive. I want to show you how the 15-second exposures turned out, and it was good enough to continue. So I did some minor processing. So that's what the Cocoon looked like. What do you think of that? And this is about 2 hours of data and 15-second exposures. Now, granted, I didn't try to perfect this. This is just a quick process to see if it was doable and I could continue. You think it looks weird? I think it looks pretty good. And here's the Cocoon Nebula, and it's got kind of a tail. I call it the fart trail, but it looks like it's leaving a trail of gas and dust. So I think I think doing 15-second exposures definitely passes the test. And that the star field is definitely really thick. It just nebulosity, dark nebulosity, who knows? Just gas. Where are the glasses? I need my glasses. Fart trail for the win. Yeah, so that's what it looks like with 15-second exposures. But let's get this. Let's get my RASA up and running now. Oh, let's see if my next shot is any better. Okay, this is my latest shot for oxygen. And if it's not going to get up to this standard, tonight might be a complete waste. I don't understand why it... I don't know. It wasn't this bad yesterday, that's for sure, even early. So none of this data I'm capturing for oxygen is keepable. Huh. That's sad. Need a job at NASA. All right. Thank you. Good morning, India. It's not gas, it's it's dust. All right, let's get my RASA going. Oops. All right. Let's see. I want to resume. Oh, and by the way, this picture I'm showing you, this is actually without any bias, without any darks, and without any flats. I didn't capture that until about an hour ago. So I don't even know if I need any calibration frames for that matter. But this is with 2 hours. So if I figure I'll add on 2 more hours, maybe that's enough just to have some fun with it. At least that's a second place prize, SpaceX. I almost was tempted to just say forget any calibration frames. You know, when the star field is this thick, do you really need any calibration frame? It's too busy. Yeah. And the good thing about a rich star field is that it does outweigh light pollution. So I finally get a break from light. That's the good thing when you point directly into the Milky Way and you get that thick field of stars. It really does gives you a lot of signal to fight off light pollution. Let's resume this. Resume. Yes. Okay. Fine. It's going to start all over. Whatever. There goes my RASA. Thank you, Elliot. Elliot Astro Imaging, we go back a long way. I remember when I was first starting my YouTube channel. At that time, I think Elliot was the only one who used to leave comments because nobody else was even watching. Okay, so that plate solve is working. Give you some advice. You're getting your first telescope, but I don't know which one to buy. Ooh. Can everybody chime in with their choice of first? My first telescope was, well, the first one I did imaging with was the Celestron Nexstar ASI, but maybe somebody else can offer some suggestions there. Maybe a wide field refractor. Yellow snow. 12-inch Dobsonian. Well, that's a big one. Okay, so both rigs are now imaging. But today might be fruitless. I don't know what's going on. There might be a high haze going on. Where's the data for my oxygen? Like, if you're just joining us, this is what I was capturing for oxygen yesterday. Look at all that nebulosity. And there's nothing to be found here. The stars are dimmer, and there's no nebulosity. Unless it's just too early in the morning. Maybe as the night goes on, it'll start to show up better, which means I need to capture more oxygen because I'm going to be deleting a lot of frames. So let's boost this. No, I'll leave it at 45. That's fine. Astrophotography Jesus. Yeah, I don't think so. Actually, I don't have that big of a crowd tonight. Only 53. I had double that last night. I might be tiring people out with these live streams. But yesterday I showed you the whole startup process in the live stream, but I thought today it's easier for me if I just get everything running first and then start the live stream. So we don't need to keep seeing me fumble around with the startup process every time. I think I've got rain tomorrow night. You got into this hobby because of me. A lot of people tell me that. That's really nice to hear, but there's so many more people on YouTube, but I'm flattered when people say they were influenced by me, and I still can't imagine why. I always find that funny. I don't see myself as an influencer. Now, how the cocoon is looking is kind of difficult to say because I couldn't see any nebulosity anyway in my pictures. Let's see image history. Frame and focus. Wait. What's going on here? Oh, this is the plate solve. Where's the cocoon? What is going on with this? Wait. What the heck was I doing there? I must have hit M on accident. I didn't know what I was, okay. When I was doing my calibration frames earlier and I must have screwed up. This is supposed to be 15 seconds. All right. And let me take a look at the last frame. I was thinking, why isn't it? I'm glad I caught that. 5:45 was my last one. I'm going to edit the progress on here. Edit progress. 5:45. Okay. Now let's pick up where we left off. All right. Resume. Yeah, you can see, even though this picture of the data, this is what the 15-second exposures I was doing yesterday. I stacked it just as a test to see what it's going to look like. And this is without any calibration frames. No darks, no bias, and no flats. And so before I started today, I captured my bias, darks, and flats. Dylan, Star Stuff, Trevor, and Ray. All good choices. How are the photons tonight? I do not think the skies are great at the moment. This is how oxygen looks at the moment, and this is how it looked last night. You can see definitely the nebulosity was there, and right now I'm definitely not keeping any of this data until I start to see nebulosity. So it's either I'm starting too early, or it's just there's a high haze out there that I can't see. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us. I've got 2 rigs running again. I didn't take any Benadryl today, so last night I took a couple of Benadryl and I was dead. I had to get off that live stream and I went right to sleep and everything ran perfect after that. Dave Jenkins, you are too kind, buddy. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. How much drive space does an imaging session use? Thanks, Dave. I really appreciate that. Let's see. I cleared out all my projects right now because I finished everything because I'm starting fresh on the Cygnus wall. And so far I have 74 raw images, and they are totaling 2.25 gigabytes for 74 raw images, if that gives you an idea. And that's with the ASI 1600. And you can see I was having a hard time with focus as well with my the RASA setup. So you can see the skies definitely are not the same tonight as they were last night. Look at my HFR. Last night, the last image was around 2.28. Now it's up to 2.89. So I think it's yeah, there's probably some issues with the skies right now. It looked clear when I was outside, though. And look at my ADU, 1315, compared to yesterday, it was half that. I it didn't look like I'm going to have any clear skies in the near future. I was really hoping to finish these projects up today. But if the data is going to be this bad, you know, this compared to this is from last night and this is today. No dated, no data to be had. How much is PixInsight these days? I don't even know, actually. I paid for it years ago, and I've been getting free upgrades ever since. Oh, is it 250? I don't think PixInsight is free these days. I probably paid close to 300 for it. Good morning. Oh, it has a free trial. Okay. If anyone is just joining us, let me show you what 15-second exposures can do. This is about 2 hours of data and 15-second exposures on the Cocoon. I kept the exposures down to 15 seconds because my light pollution is so terrible. I was using Unity gain, so if I could add 2 more hours of data onto this, I think that'll be fun to play around with and see what I come up with. I'm hoping the skies get better, but I'm not sure if they're... It didn't look like there were any clouds right now to speak of. There's some clouds up here that are heading my way, but I thought I had a couple hours before those came. I don't see any haze. Let's see this one. Nothing. I see nothing on the satellite. Why does my data look so bad? That's a bummer. Dearborn Camera Store? I never went into it. Puerto Rico, hello. Thank you about the photo. That's an amazing photo. I can't believe the Cocoon actually looked that good for 2 hours and 15-second exposures. I can't wait to add more data to it, and I'm amazed how thick the star field is around it. But this thing is definitely in the thick of the Milky Way. And that's the good thing about being in the thick of the Milky Way, because all of these stars combat my light pollution, and they do a pretty good job. And there's both of my rigs. You can see the sky looks pretty good. I can even see another star right there. Let's see what my next exposure looks like. In half a minute, we'll see if this is going to get any better. Like if you haven't seen it, this is what yesterday's data looked like for oxygen. I think I went too high on the Cygnus wall. I probably should have lowered it, so I may have a centering problem. I'm thinking I wish I had framed it different now. But I think there's supposed to be some data down here. Who knows? Okay, we're going to get the next images. And my ADU is currently 1315. No, it's not going down fast enough, and there's just no data there. Maybe. I don't know. Well, maybe it'll keep going down. I'm just going to keep capturing and see how this goes. Let's see yesterday at this time. This is my RASA rig now. Let's see what it was like yesterday around this time. Oh, look at that. The HFR was down below 2. Yeah, when I started. It's almost a full point higher. Yeah, well, I'm going to let these run. Maybe I can salvage something, but I don't like to keep bad data. Yeah, right. 15-second subs. That's what F2 will do to you when you're doing broadband. It's crazy. With my light pollution, I got to keep the exposure short. But I still love looking at this. I always like looking at new pictures, even if this is just a test shot with very little processing. I got the Cocoon and I got the fart trail. Supposed to be clear. Oh, you've got the same haze going on? Yeah. Must definitely a high haze going on because I can't even see it right now on the satellite. Why did my sequence just abort? Did I lose my guide star? Looks like I must have. What happened? Let's recenter this thing. Get it back on track. If I lost my guide star, you know there's definitely some sky issues going on. Hello to the 72 people watching. I'm recentering the scope. It's not far from the target, so we should find it pretty quick. I don't have automatic park turned on, so it didn't move out of the way. All right, let's resume. All right, I don't know why it aborted unless it hit some clouds. Do I ever turn on the star mass? Where is the star mass in PhD2? Settings. Yeah, star mass up here. That's usually a good indication when you have clouds. You see these lines start to dip down and you see, you can see how it's dipping down. So this scope is definitely hitting up against some clouds or some haze or something's going on there. It should be just riding all the way near the top. The auto guider won't even. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Yeah. Oh, well, we'll see how this goes. Good morning. I wish I had better data to show you guys. Let's see. The ADU. Not really getting any better. Yeah, I'm definitely fighting some haze. I'm sorry, guys, for inviting you to a star party where I've got a bunch of haze going on. I was outside, though, when the sky looked great. This is today's data versus the same target yesterday, where you can see lots of nebulosity going on. Today's data will, if it doesn't get any better, it will all be going in the trash. Very sad. Well, thanks for joining. You're hanging out with me instead of watching Netflix. Hello, Australia. Death Valley, no issues, right? I'm sure. Sharp Star Astro. Hello. Sharp Star, isn't that the name of the telescope? Astrophoto Peru. Hello. Portal 3. I have never been to dark skies because I'm too dang lazy to pack up my gear and go somewhere. I wait for the stuff to come to my backyard. Hello, Bruce. Thank you for joining. Yeah, it does not look great. Oh, okay. Oh, your skies are not that good? 91 years old. That's awesome. Hello, Darwin. Chris McCormick, but his name is Darwin. Leo from Australia. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us. We're fighting some haze right now. Trying to find some good data. Let me show you, by the way, what the... let's see if I can... I'm going to open up PixInsight. I'll show you what some better data look like. I want to show you what a 4-minute exposure looked like for HA. It would look freaking great. The thing is, when you open up files, I hate this. I don't want to open up files within Sequence Generator Pro because it changes the timestamp whenever you open them and it messes me up. I don't like it when the timestamps change. I don't know how to turn that off. Let's show you some HA data. Isn't that wild? Just for a 4-minute exposure, how much data comes through? I think that's amazing. The Cygnus wall is an awesome target because it's so strong in all these different filters. Oh, you learned something from me? Well, I'm glad to hear that. And if you're just joining us, I want to show you what I captured last night with about 2 hours of exposure time, and the exposures were 15 seconds each and no calibration frames, no darks, no bias, and no flats. I think that came out pretty good. This is minimal processing. When I do my final image, I'll try and spruce it up a lot more. Try and make it a little more flat. I see some bright areas here that maybe shouldn't be there. Maybe when I add flats to it, the brightness will even out. I tell you what, I'm gonna... the allergies are coming back. I'm gonna pop some pills, guys. I'm gonna chug a whole bottle of... No, I'm not gonna chug a whole bottle of Benadryl. I have to do it. But I'm gonna take 2. But they won't take effect for an hour, so I'll be good. I can feel my nose getting clogged up already. Ugh. Five more panels. I will do that. I will say hi to Dad from all of you. Twin RASAs? Who's got the twin RASAs? I do have 2 telescopes, though. They're pointing at different targets. Oh, and there's a plane. That's very unusual to see a plane go in that direction because I'm actually in the arrival path where planes are going that way. The airport is in this direction. So it's an odd day today. Oh, Steve Morris, right. He's got the 2. Light pollution filter, well, narrowbands do a pretty good job. It doesn't fix everything. I still have big issues. Even with narrowband, I don't get the fine details that others get, but narrowband filters go a long way. Great. And Bortle 4. Oh, that's nice, Dave. I'm really bummed out. I was actually hoping to finish both of these projects tonight, but obviously there's just some nasty haze. I'm gonna look out the window. I was outside and the sky looked great. I definitely can't tell if I'm looking out the window. And I can't tell if I'm looking at my surveillance, but there's obviously some high haze. I don't know. Should I stay on target? Or should I shut both rigs down? I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's getting any better. What do you guys think? What? That happened before where we were getting smoke from Canada. It messed us up for about a week. Is there fires in Canada? Are you saying yes to the fire that in Canada? Is that why? Oh, that happened before, and I couldn't explain it, except until I found out last year there was smoke. There are fires in Canada on the west coast. Are they reaching all the way to the Midwest? That would definitely explain it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There's people doing fireworks too. Hmm. Well, that's a bummer. I was really hoping to finish these targets today. Hello to the 84 people watching. Thanks for joining us. We're fighting haze right now. If you're just joining us, this is what an oh, do you see that? It looks like I just got hit with the plane we just saw on the satellite on my surveillance. It just clipped me right at the top there. You see that? This is what a single sub looks like tonight on oxygen, but this is what it looked like last night. You see how strong the data was in a single 4-minute exposure? So tonight, somebody says I might be fighting smoke from Canada, which isn't being picked up on the radar. That would explain it. And I was having a hard time focusing my RASA. So it's one of those. I invited you guys over to see me complain about the skies. I'm all stuffed up. I'm sorry the way I sound. Allergies are hitting me as we speak. But I just took some Benadryl. It's high up. You had the same issue last night? The data looked great last night. I don't think it couldn't have hit me last night. My ADU was way down. The data looked really. If it hit me last night, it was really minimal. These aren't my glasses, by the way. I'm going to make an appointment with the eye doctor soon because I'm having a hard time reading the small print. I'm reading your comments off of the iPad. Hello to the 80 people watching right now, by the way. Thank you for joining. And we're fighting some haze right now. Or smoke. Whatever. Oh, I'm seeing lots of bugs out there. I'm sniffling. My allergies are killing me right now. But I took some Benadryl, so hopefully these will kick in. Yeah, oh, geez, for about a month in Sydney, Australia? Jeez. Coming this weekend. Oh, yeah, that's got to be it. That's it because it's not on my satellite. And yet my nebula is, here's how the nebula looks right now compared to yesterday. See how strong it was yesterday? Canada. Who's in Trevor from Astro Backyard? Everybody send Trevor a message and tell Canada to tell Canada to get their fires in order. Put things down. Every time I get hit with smoke, it's always from Canada. I'm Canadians, I'm telling you. I blame Trevor. Trevor's fault. Who else is in Canada? Somebody Visual Dark. Sean from Visible, I think Visible Dark. Sean Nielsen, I think. I'll blame Sean too. And there's another guy. Was it Ron Kramer? I'm not sure if that. No, not Ron Kramer. Ron Breaker. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name. There's a lot of people up there that take great images. Blame Canada. Yeah, let's all blame Canada. All right, here comes the next image. But you know what? It's not going to get any better. If it's a smoke from Canada, then I'm screwed. This is futile. All the data, I'm going to be throwing it away today. I'm sorry, guys. It's not a great night tonight. I wish I had known this in advance. And I wasn't able to focus my RASA. I'm thinking, why is my RASA giving me such a hard time getting pinpoint stars? Man, I'm all stuffed up. You hear me sniffling. My allergies. I just popped some Benadryl to try and clear myself up, but the Benadryl doesn't kick in until about an hour. I got actually worse as the stream went on. I was feeling fine an hour ago. Trevor is going to be mourning over the Canadians hockey team. Why is that? I don't follow hockey much. I'm more of a NFL, football, baseball guy. I used to be a basketball guy, but the Pistons really stink up the place. Yeah, it's not my fault. It's Canada's fault. I blame Canada. I don't know. Do you guys remember the Bad Boys? I go back a long way. I love those old Bad Boys teams with Isaiah Thomas, Bill Laimbeer, Dennis Rodman. Those were the days. Those guys were tough. Yeah, Isaiah Thomas, yeah. And if you're wondering, right now the consensus is that I'm getting hit with Canadian smoke. I can barely see the nebula right here that came in very strong here the night before. And if you're just joining, let me show you what the data looked like for the Cocoon Nebula. This was about 2 hours of data with 15-second exposures. I was so happy that turned out. I wasn't sure how the data was going to look with 15-second exposures, but it came through. I like Trevor's pod. I like the idea of a permanent setup. He doesn't have to roll it out. It's got a nice foundation for it. The only thing he has to do now is automate that dome. I think Dylan from Australia has his automated. The dome will rotate or spin as the telescope moves, so he's got to get that dome automated. Oh, you're in Novi. Very close. He does not need to automate it? Come on, agree with me. I'd say I would go for the automation if he's gone that far. I bet you he'll do it eventually. Or are you just talking about leave the dome half open so he never has to... Okay. Right, well that's what I always do. If my target goes away, I have a automated to go my point my scopes to different targets in the same night. When the nights are longer, that is. When you have in the wintertime we get what 12 hours of dark skies, so I'm always switching targets when you have that much time. But in the summertime, when you only get, what, 5 or 6 hours, you can stay on the same target. But yeah, I think you're right. He probably doesn't need to automate it because Trevor actually spends a lot of time in his backyard while he's imaging, where I'm never in the backyard. I think most Astro channels are beginner friendly. I don't know if mine is beginner friendly. My channel's not much of a how-to channel. My YouTube channel is just a showcase. Here's the equipment I use, and this is what I capture with it. If people can get something out of it, that's great. I don't know. I don't know if people are not that humble. People, I haven't seen too many jerks in this hobby. Thank you. If you're just joining us, there's definitely some issues going on with the sky, and I think a lot of people have mentioned there's Canada fires are causing smoke to kind of corrupt my sky, and if that's the case, I'm probably not going to really keep any of this data. Rats. You picking on Astro Stace? I think I know who that is. She doesn't make many videos lately, though, does she? Be nice. Let's not pick on anybody. Oh, you've run into quite a few jerks, sadly. Oh, that sucks. You know what? In this hobby, though, I've broken this hobby down. There's three police departments in this hobby. There's the science versus art police department. The people who are always they're quick to tell you that, well, that's not science since you modified the data. Like, oh, please. You know what? I have a big beef with the people who say it's not science. And then, for example, let me give you an example. If you want to point your telescope at Jupiter and see how much it rotates in 2 hours, if you capture, no matter how much you process that data, if you can still see when it started and when it stopped its rotation, that's science. I don't care how much you process the data. Big deal. Some people will say, well, as soon as you stretch the data, it's no longer science. Yeah, screw you. You know, I just captured a nova and I stretched my data and you know what? The nova is still in the picture, so sorry, that's science. If you have a picture that shows from 5 months ago that nova's not there and it's there now, you just did some science. So I don't agree with that line. It's not science. And then the next police department is magenta. People love to tell you that you have magenta in your stars. Oh, you can't have magenta stars. So then the third group, the third department is the clipping police. Those ones are the worst because they love to tell you that your data is clipped, but they don't offer suggestions on how to fix it. Oh, you clipped your data. Hope that helps. Well, actually, no, that didn't help. Those are the three that bug me. Sorry, I don't mean to rant, but I'm ranting. Okay, that's my rant. Those are the three police departments. The science department, the magenta department, and the clipping department. You clipped your data. Hope that helps. I just want to punch people when they tell me that. You wanted me to increase? Nah, I didn't shave. I think I'll leave my face small. So, yeah, that was my rant for the day. Right. Those clipping police. I'm sure I clip my data in every single picture. Oh well, I've got 4 APODs. I don't think they minded. Yep, you tell me, you say, you clipped your data, Chuck. Hope that helps. See ya. Yes, I agree with you. Magenta stars bug the hell out of me, but I won't tell people that. I will never tell people to fix it. I will never point it out. And my dang clip data prevented me from getting more. Yep. Let's see. Yep, this data's still not getting any better. Hello to the 85 people. You're still hanging out with me. I have another thing I could add to my list of rants, but I don't want to pick on somebody. There's a website that kind of bugs me a little bit, but I'm going to keep my mouth shut. It's killing me. I want to say it. But okay, you know, I'm gonna tell you this bugs me because it was probably someone who thought it was a great idea, but I don't think it's a great idea. Astrobin has this new award, and it bothers the crap out of me. Watch this. See my latest picture? I got this little arrow. It's Astrobin has three awards. An image of the day, and then they have the top pick award, which means your picture was almost good enough to be an image of the day. And then they have this award, which is a pre-top pick. So this little award here means you were almost good enough to be almost good enough to be an image of the day. I hate that because you know it's like, way to go, Chuck. You're almost there, buddy. Oh, please. I don't need that award. And you know what's funny though? It's if you can't even get that award, like on this Crab Nebula, that means I wasn't even almost good enough to be almost good enough to get an image of the day. That's just embarrassing. So, come on, Astrovan, you don't need that silly award. Get rid of the almost good enough award. I call it the pity award. Yeah. So that's my fourth rant for the day. Participation trophy. Yeah. But no, it's not good enough. Someone says it's better than not getting any kind. No, now I feel worse because now if I don't get any kind of award, now I'm like, well, now I'm not even good enough, almost good enough to be almost good enough. You're really, I feel really hopeless. I can't even get this award now. Yeah, the participation trophy, the pity award. So that's my next rant. Now the people who like that award are going to be killing me if anyone sees this rant. I had somebody say, "Oh yeah, because I use clone stamp to make a star smaller," and I had somebody say, "Don't use the effing clone stamp to change data." I mean, are you kidding me? Everything we do as astrophotographers, and that little thing bothers you, but you're okay with everything else we do to our pictures? I deleted his comment because it was brain dead. Hello, 84 people still hanging out with me on a smoky night. I hate to say it, but I'm not keeping any of this data that I captured tonight. It's futile, and it doesn't look like it's getting any better. And the focus is horrific on the RASA, so I'm sorry, guys. I didn't know I was inviting you to a smoky night. Wow, wow, I can't believe that, Gary. That's a really sad story. Sorry, man. I, yeah. GoFundMe. Try and start out GoFundMe. I haven't used a Batinoff mask in years. I use SGP's autofocus, or I just use electronic software to adjust the focus myself by looking at the HFR. Get that HFR as low as you can, and your focus is good. Really don't need a Batinoff mask if you're using software that can control focus. Yeah, let's see. You want to try a... Yeah, they're both pointing to that same spot, aren't they? Well, let's see. They're both pointing eastward. Maybe there's something in the south. Should I try and point south? Let's see. Is there any other target? May as well, because I'm not keeping any of this data. It's garbage. Omega Nebula, Eagle Nebula. But I don't have my HA filter, so this would just be as that might be in the trees still. Or I could point my would this, I wonder if this would be in view. I probably would be. Should we go for the Omega Nebula? Just take a look. The Eagle Nebula is a little bit higher. Let's try that. M16. Let's go for it. We're going to go for the Eagle Nebula on my... with HA on my Explorer Scientific. But I have a problem. Both of my rigs have I get elongated stars. Maybe I need to recalibrate my mount in that part of the sky. Well, let's try it. We're going to repoint at the the Eagle Nebula, the Pillars of Creation. Well, let's go 3. All right. Right there. That looks pretty good, right? Let's do this. Create. Rotate. I don't need to rotate. Okay. All right. So let's do this. We'll go gain 139.21, and let's not do 4 minute. We'll do 3 minute exposure. Let's go a little shorter because we don't want to wait forever. 3 minutes. We'll do 10 of those. Should we go for it, everybody? Let's do it. Slewing. Okay, there goes my mount. Uh-oh. But it's turning the wrong way. I don't like that. It's still on the east side of the meridian. I don't like when my mount goes that... It should really be... This is where I'm worried that it might hit my tripod leg. Let's see. Those cables. Oh, God, those cables. No cable snatch. That worries me. I can already see it in the plate solving. Okay, it found it. Good. My guiding is going to be horrific. It's very... Oh, okay. It's very low. The Eagle Nebula is very low in my location. Okay, is it done? All right, let's see guiding. Guiding is probably going to be horrific. Pointing that low in the south, that's my worst spot. And I'm sure the stars are going to be elongated because they were the last time I tried this. Maybe I need to recalibrate my PhD2. Maybe that would help. But let's just see how the first exposure looks. Okay, there's guiding. Come on. Come on. That's horrific. It's even worse than I thought. Okay, they're coming to meet. As soon as those two meet, these lines, we should be going. Okay. Resuming auto guider. Come on, it's still resuming. Wait, I'm going to pause this for 1 second. Sometimes when you just pause and resume, it resumes faster. Why did it say slewing to M16? God dang it, I didn't mean that to happen. Thank you, I appreciate that. I didn't mean to kick it off. I didn't think it would go into another damn plate solve, though. Sometimes SGP is unpredictable. I'm using astronomic filters. Hi. Hello to the 87 people watching. The auto guider is resuming again. Okay. Come on, Sequence Generator Pro. It says resuming the auto guider. I don't know if you can see it because my face is in the way. Let me raise my face up so you can see what I'm seeing. I don't think you can still see it. See, it says resuming auto guider. It won't start. Yeah, I have oh, look at that. Yeah. Do you think I should recalibrate PhD2? Oh, there it goes. Hey, finally integrating. All right. Let's see how this first picture looks. And if the stars are elongated, maybe recalibrating might help in this when I'm this low to the south. I haven't recalibrated PhD2 in probably a year. Oh, you updated it today. Good for you. Hello to the 85 people watching. We are going to try and capture. We're the data I'm capturing right now. If you're just joining, is not keepable. We sort of the popular opinion is that Canadian forest or Canadian fires, the smoke is coming over and killing my skies. So I won't be keeping any of the data we captured today. But let's see how the pillars of creation looks. Maybe we'll have a little fun and capture something cool here. We're halfway through, almost halfway to our first exposure. I'm keeping you guys for 4 minutes, by the way. You guys are hanging with me for 4 minutes, and then you're being replaced by somebody else who hangs out for 4 minutes. Although I'm sure a lot of you are here for the long haul. I'm really bummed out because I was expecting I was going to be able to finish 2 projects today, but now I'm not going to be able to keep any of the data. All right, you can see the progress bar here. Getting there. I can't wait to see this. I can't wait to see if my stars are elongated. I'm sure they will be. Because they were last. Both of my rigs are elongated when I point this low to the south. Oh, good night, Gary. Thanks for hanging out, man. Don't you want to see the first exposure of the pillars of creation? I don't know why they're elongated. Unless I have to recalibrate PhD 2, but both of my rigs come up elongated when I point low. They didn't used to be like that, so something has changed. I don't even know how bright it will be. Whoa, hey, that looked pretty good. That's a bright nebula, though. How do the stars look to you? Not the stars don't look that bad, do they? But you can tell they're a little elongated. That's pretty cool. It's not data I would keep because I know that the sky could be a heck of a lot better, but it's pretty cool just to see it. They don't look elongated? Yeah, a little bit. They look like they're going this way. You see what I mean? You can kind of tell. You see that? They're not the round. For example, like if you look at these stars, which I was capturing yesterday, now those look very round. But in this direction, you can tell. But you know what? It's not a big deal. We captured a cool looking nebula. You want to try another nebula in this area? There's a whole bunch of them in this area. While we're here, have a little fun. So we saw the pillars of creation. What else is in that area? You would keep it, but you're not, Chuck. Wait, where's M16? There's M16. Should we try the Omega Nebula? You want to see how that looks? Anybody up for capturing the Omega? Oh, the Triffidan Lagoon. Where is the Triffidan Lagoon? That's really low, isn't it? Let's try the Omega first. That's a little bit higher. Might be a little easier. Let's try that. Okay. Let's go for M17. M17. I'm still okay. All right. Oh, right there. Wow, it takes up almost the whole frame. Oh, there's the next frame that came in for the pillars. Okay, so let's create this one. All right. And let's do another HA on that. I don't expect the mount to move much because it's very close to the pillars of creation. Let's pick HA. HA. Let's do 3 minutes again. Let's do 10. Let's pause this. All right, now let's go to the Omega. My mount is moving very little, I see. You see it? It's moving just a little bit. Kind of looks like it's rocking back and forth. Shouldn't have any problem finding it if we found the M16. All right, it found it. All right. Let's see if guiding resumes here. I can barely see that star. It says resuming auto guider. I ain't going to be able to resume when these two lines. They got when these two lines meet. Where are you going, man? Look at the red. Come on back down. I was going to start swearing, but I got to watch my language. Okay. Oh, thank you very much. You enjoy the live streams. I'm glad. I actually have a lot of fun doing these. We actually have more people watching now than I did before. And if you're just watching, we're playing around on new targets because right now there's a lot of, there might be smoke that's causing my data not to be so great. So we're just playing around, moving around to different targets. And it says resuming, but it should just continue at some point. Come on. Why? Okay, there it goes. Integrating. And we're doing a 3-minute exposure, and we're going to see how the Omega. And here's something with even in the plate solve, you can see how bright the Omega is. And this is actually one of those targets where you have to worry about the core of Omega. It is possible to blow that out because it's so bright. So you got to be careful when you're capturing that. Setup. This guy's setup is amazing. Thank you. I appreciate that. And you can see how low to the south I'm pointing. It always worries me. And look at this cable right here. It looks like it's literally maxed out. I don't think I had much room to give on that. That definitely looks like it's snagging. A little bit of snag on that cable, don't you think? Okay, we're doing a 3-minute exposure on Omega. We're waiting for the first exposure to come through. Thank you very much, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. Hey, Ollie's here. Ollie's Astro. I love classic rock and roll, like the Beatles and Led Zeppelin, and I like the Doors, and I like a lot of the Michigan music, like Bob Seger is from Michigan. And I liked a lot of the grunge music from the early 90s. Pearl Jam, Nirvana, Soundgarden. That's my taste. I never got into Pink Floyd. Everybody tells me Pink Floyd, Pink Floyd. I guess I didn't listen to enough of their music. Grand Funk, I remember them. The Locomotion. They had a good cover of that. Steppenwolf. Born to be Wild. Never Too Late to Enjoy Floyd. I was reading the Beatles versus Pink Floyd. A lot of people were picking Pink Floyd over the Beatles. Rush. Aren't they a Canadian band? Moody Blues. Yep. I like a lot of songs by the Moody Blues and Rush. Oh, I think the first image is coming through. Let's see, guys. It's almost done. Whoa, cool. I told you that core, man, is crazy. Crazy bright. Let's open it up in Pixelsight and see if we can get a better view of it. M17. That's a little bit better. Oh, that doesn't look blown out at all. At 3-minute exposures. That looks pretty cool, don't it? So there's the Omega Nebula. Let's see the stars. You can see the stars like I was complaining about. A little bit elongated when I point that low to the south. It didn't used to be like that, so I got to investigate why that's happening. But maybe it's just because I haven't calibrated PhD2 in such a long time. It's been over a year. You want to try another target in this area, since we're in this area anyway? Let's see what else is low south that we can capture. Oh. Let's see. I've got 2 instances running already. What else is over here? The lagoon. Should we try the lagoon? That's really low. Only about 22 degrees high. Should we go for it? Clear skies, Johnny. Yeah, let's try the lagoon. M8. I know, that's what I'm worried about. The, the cable. If I point lower... Well, if I snatch the cable, that's pretty much it for the night. But let's go for it. See that cable? If you're just joining us, it looks like that cable is almost totally extended. I don't know. I gotta work on my cable management. M8. Fetch. There's the lagoon. Let's see. Right about there. All right, let's create that one. This has turned into a spontaneous session here. Well, I'm only bouncing around from object to object right now, everybody, because I don't think this is the data is going to be good enough to capture tonight because of possible smoke in the air. So if I ever do a live stream again, don't expect me to do this. I like to stay on my targets and collect the same data and try and finish off projects. Let's see. We'll go 3 minutes again. Let's go 3 minutes. No. Repeat 10. That's fine. Okay, let's pause this. All right. We're going to go after M8. Whoa, 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 whoa. It's pointing even lower, but the cable... That worries me. Look at how it's almost a flat line. It's pointing so low. That It's only 22 degrees higher, so that scares me to death. I hate cable smash. One time I ripped a USB cord in half, and it almost screwed up my camera. Please, okay. Hooray, it found it. Probably a minor adjustment from there. So while that's doing that, let's look at the we did that was the Omega, and then we looked at the Eagle Nebula. That was pretty cool. There's the famous pillars of creation. That was a single 3-minute exposure. And you can see my stars are not great pointing this low, so that's an issue I'd have to investigate, but it doesn't matter right now. We're just toying around here. All right. Resuming auto guider. Worrying about the motor? Shift made your stomach drop. What are you doing? It's lost. That ain't gonna fly. Let's see if it can find it. Come on back. Okay, it's coming back. Come on back, red line. It's trying to center on that star. It came all the way back. I was ready to just halt it. Crazy. Let's see if Sequence Generator Pro can get started now. It still says resuming auto guider. But it should be fine now. Come on. Let's get started. Come on. Come on, you little... All right, there it goes, integrating. Yeah, that's the joys of imaging when I'm only 22 degrees high. Do you still have a full-time job? Do you still do I do this full-time, or do I have a day job? I get that question a lot. I retired early because I got in early. I got in early on the internet. I call it the golden age, and it put me in early retirement. I retired. I used to have a job in IT. I worked in IT. I have a 4-year degree in computer science, and I worked in IT for 20 years from the time I was 21 to 41. And while I was working in IT, I started running an internet business on the side. And so I quit my IT job, and I was able to retire from my internet business about 5 years after that. I was done with work by age 46. I was finished with everything. Never had to worry about money. That's why you don't see me trying to sell prints or trying to. I don't make any money off of this hobby, except Google ads, but that's peanuts. But if I were a younger man like all these other guys, I'd probably be trying to make money. But I don't. I don't do anything. I don't need to. I do this for fun. I mean, you can make money and have fun at the same time, but I don't do the money part. Thank you. I appreciate that. I am not married. Don't even get me started on that one, 'cause I keep hearing it. But I have lots of nephews and nieces. I still hear that it's time for me to settle down, and I don't know. Married life is for me. Yeah, I've been OPT and High Point Scientific have asked me quite a few times to join the affiliate program, but it's really that's great for the younger guys, but I don't need the money, so I don't bother. Thank you. We're almost done with this exposure. Let's see. You're coming through. What? Is that it? Oh, there it is. I was worried for a second. That's what I was expecting. There is the Lagoon Nebula. Let's open that one up and very cool. Now, if I didn't know there was some smoke in the neighborhood, I would probably think this is pretty dang good looking data. In fact, well, but I would know from my ADU that that's rather high. Um, yeah, but still, it looks pretty dang good, doesn't it? I have captured this before. Let me see if it's let's see. Oh, here it is. Oh, I got one of those silly pity awards for it. But there's the when I captured it before a couple years ago. Are there any other objects? Thank you. Let's see. Are there any other objects in that part of the sky since we're pointing that low anyway? To make you feel good. NASA APODs make me feel good. Okay. Well, there's the Trifid, but that's rather. Are there any big targets to look for in this area? There's the Eagle way up there. We did the Eagle, the Omega. We did the Lagoon. You see, these are way too low. I could never capture this. Oh, you know what? There is something. There is something right near. I always wanted to do this. Let's go back to M8 for a second. Let me show you. Let's go back. I was gonna do this last year, but I ran out of time. Let's go back and look at M8. No, let's go. I might have to go 4 degrees to see this. This. This looks like a cool thing right here. I'm going to try that. I don't know what it's called. I'm sure it is, but it's look really. I don't know how strong it will look, but let's try that. But it had a lot of detail in it when I saw. Let's pause this. Oh, I didn't even put in 13921. Oh, oops, I'm in the wrong line there. 139. The mount shouldn't move much because this is right near the lagoon. In fact, it looks like it's actually part of the lagoon. We'll go 3 minutes again. All right. Let's Let's hit resume on that. Oops. You can see the mount is a little bit, I don't know, bouncing around. Gotta admit, the Celestron is working pretty good at finding my targets. I just gotta fix my guiding. Both of my mounts have guiding issues. Pointing that low, I get these elongated stars, which I showed you earlier. But look at this target. If it comes in strong, it's really cool looking. When was your bubble? It was shot in May. Right. The Nova showed up in March of this year. So you were about a year and a half early when you shot it. Thank you, Life with Larry. Good night to Life with Larry. Thanks for joining, Larry. Okay. Is it finding it? Okay. All right. I'm going to resume the auto guider again. Hopefully we don't get that crazy looking graph again. Well, that's great. It's Steve, if you captured it before when it wasn't there, now you can do it now. Now you've got the cool before and after going. The before and after going. That would be really cool. Hi, Clint. Oh, he's using OBS. Did somebody ask me about my streaming software? I'm not seeing all the comments. Sorry about that. Uh oh, here we go again. Okay, come on back down. That's my other rig. Let's see. Resuming auto guider. Come on. Okay. That now it should resume pretty good. We still got over 80 people watching us right now. Awesome. All right, we're doing a 3-minute exposure on. See, it's not even it doesn't really show up in the stellarium, but it's off right here, and it looked really cool. I hope we can get enough detail on it, even with cloudy skies or smoky skies. If you hear me sniffling, I'm stuffed up because of allergies, but I took some Benadryl. Stars are not detailed. They look the same far or close. Yeah. Seeing them hanging on the wall is awesome. All right, we're imaging. We're almost halfway through this new target. If you haven't seen it, it's really cool. I hope it shows up well so you guys can see it. I saw it last year, but it was, like I said, it was I ran out of time and couldn't finish it. NGC 6559. Okay. NGC 655. Oh, 5. Wait. NGC 6559. Oh, there it is. On this side. I was thinking it was on that side. But they don't have a picture of it. So hopefully, let's see. Are we almost done? Almost ready? I know, because I can only look. These aren't my glasses. They're somebody. I can look through the bifocals, and I keep taking them off because when I took my eyes up, I can't see with them. They don't. They're not. They're not adjusted for me. That's why, if I can't. I can't see forward. I'm gonna make an appointment with the eye doctor. I'm the biggest procrastinator you ever seen, so that's why the only the bifocals work, but I can't see forward. Is it driving you guys crazy? I keep taking these things off. Okay, well, that's what it kind of looks like. Let's see. Let's go to PixInsight here. It's not as bright as the other targets, but it's still pretty cool. So, yeah, definitely not as bright, but yeah, it's hard to see. It's not the same kind of eye candy that the Lagoon was. But it looks like a paw print. You got stuff going on here, and oh, okay, yeah. I've never captured it. Um, I've never finished it, at least. You know what? Oh wow, we got 100 people watching. Is there anything else, guys? Before we wrap this up, should we try? I think we captured everything in this area. I don't know. Should we try the Trifid? We didn't do the Trifid. That's one thing we can do. You guys want to capture the Trifid Nebula? What do you think? In HA, of course, so we won't see the whole thing, but I've never actually captured the Trifid with an HA filter. Do Trifid? Do it. What is the Trifid? What's the name of it? M20. Okay. Let's do M20. We may as well. We've captured everything else in this area. Well, that's actually pretty big, actually. Create. Can't believe we're doing all these targets. Let's see. Let's go 13 in HA. 13921. 3M. All right, we'll do 3-minute exposures. Let's pause the current one. Uncheck that, and let's go to the Trifid. They're all in that same area, so we're not getting that much movement with the telescope. Very low to the horizon, though. Thank you, everybody. Can someone else answer that? How is a nebula formed? I think nebulas are sort of, I guess, they come from supernova, but I don't know. I don't know much about the Big Bang and all that. Maybe I'm not an astronomer or astrophysicist. I would only stumble. Okay, the graph didn't go crazy this time, so hopefully Sequence Generator Pro will start. Okay, there, it's already starting. Good. I think this is the last object that's noteworthy in this low area. I think we got them all. We got the Eagle, we did the Omega Nebula, we did the Lagoon, the Trifid, and that other object, whatever it was called, NGC 6559. Those are all the big ones. But when you start to go lower, I can't go this low. Lobster. Where is 13 degrees high? Ugh. That would be like I'd have a death wish going after that one. Oh, thanks, Peeb. I appreciate that. Yeah, OBS is pretty simple software. I like it. Gravity. There you go. Astro La Vista Observatory? No. Astro La Vista, like Alta Vista. Oh, cool. The lobster's an awesome target. one 100K subscribers. I'm still a ways off. All right, we're halfway through capturing the Triffid. I can't wait to see this. I never tried this one in HA before. And I know it's going to be strong because even with the short exposure on plate solving, I can already see it. So we'll see what a 3-minute exposure looks like. Wow, that's awesome. We've got 95 people still hanging out with us. I think my allergy pills are starting to catch up with me. If I took them earlier, you might have seen me doing that earlier in the stream. I didn't think the stream was going to go that long because the skies are very cloudy right now. That's why I'm bouncing around. It's kind of fun to just play around with and go nebula hopping. Last one for the night. I think I might be calling it quits after this one too. I'm starting to pass out. I'd be okay, but when those allergy pills kick in, poof. Oh, it just went into an autofocus. Are you kidding? I don't need to autofocus. I forgot that the autofocus was turned on, but there's the Triffid. Let's pull that up in PixInsight here. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh, I gotta be right back, guys. Give me 1 second here. All right, guys. Well, I got some other stuff I got to do, so it's time for me to wrap it up. But I want to thank everybody for joining. I had a good time, and I will see you all later. Thanks, everybody. This was fun, but I'm gonna close down both scopes because the skies are cloudy, and I'm not liking the data I'm capturing. So. All right, thank you, everybody. I had a great time tonight, even though the skies were cloudy. This was fun. See you later.